Hey, hello there, this is RGB from RJB TV, and this is in fact cast number 2 of today. But the previous replay I was casting, it turns out, 1, I wasn't recording, and 2, the replay, I got it from Leebokgu, and Leebokgu was the observer, and he left in the middle of all the big fighting happening at about 25 or 30 minutes in. And we never actually got to see who won, because the game was even. He just left way too early. So instead, we're gonna do a game of Leebokgu here on the name Final Re against the player Sosajangnim. Sosajangnim. Don't know who it is, so... Oh, I've got some high expectations, because sometimes the very Gosu of all the Gosu players, they just get these random names, though it does mean something. It's kind of like a superior of something. It just means someone who's very important. Maybe like a CEO, or maybe that's a Sadanyang. I don't know. Just it's basically, the name means someone with a position in a company or something, or someone who is a high position in society. I don't know. It's just someone very important. That's what the name kind of implies. So yeah, we got Leebokgu on the Zerg against the Protoss player Sosajangnim. Starts off with a Nexus first, as is, well, basically tradition at this point when you are playing Protoss against Zerg. It is the traditional opening, I mean against Terran as well, just basically one of the best openings you can do is getting a Nexus first. It's basically one of the best things you can do. The probe there running in circles, Overlord is on the way, Pool is already morphing, Overlord finishes up, and now we've got 2 more drones that can be popping out after the hatchery. Now the probe though goes for the assault on poor probe number 1. Probe there stays alive, gonna run to the front and build a sunken there. There's a small little trick I like to do with drones. When they are low HP, you start a gas and then cancel the gas, and the drone is back on full HP. So instead of building a sunken, the drone is going to scout the middle, look for gateways on the middle. There's no gateways on the middle though. There's actually 3 gateways on the way, they're back at home. So triple gateway there for Sosajangnim. Ooh, sunken there in the front does go up. Probe can't block it. He's dancing with the probe a lot. Maybe focusing on the probe a little bit too much. Got Zerglings there finishing up, ready to catch the probe. Can the probe stay alive for long, or is it going to go down? Sunken number 2 are also on the way in the front. One Zergling splits up and keeps chasing the probe, while the others go to the front to protect it. Here back at home in Sosajangnim's base, we've got a forge on the way, pylon number 2, and double gas. We're going to produce zealots very slowly and patiently, and start mining some gas with the double gas. Get a cyber core and progress into... Well, he's got a lot of options really. You can progress into a lot of different things, and I'm not sure which one of them he's going to go for. Got a cannon there coming up in the back to protect the probes, just to make sure that the Zealots can go for the frontal attack on the sunkers in the front of that choke, who doesn't really have to worry about his probes anymore, because Zerglings can keep sneaking in and maybe kill or snipe a couple of probes, and it's very annoying when it happens. This probe there in the base still alive, sees pretty much everything he wants to, sees double hatchery being added on there in the back, 1 hatchery in the front, triple sunken there as well. Zerglings are in the choke, trying to keep information on when Sosa is going to build on the middle, which he's doing right now. He's building on the middle right here, right now. The pylon starts up. Probe is unprotected. Probe tries to get away, gets blocked out, and it goes down. A little bit sloppy there from Sosa. He should have protected the probe with the Zealots, but he kind of forgot to do it. So level 1 attack are on the way for Zealots. The Citadel of Doom also on the way. He's going to go for speed. And level 1 attack, and probably Reavers on the middle as well. Got another probe there on the way. Leebokgu is going to try to snipe the probe, but the probe is already there. But he might snipe it because there's 4 Zerglings dancing around 2 Zealots. Cannon there on the way. Wait, that's a Robo, double Robo and a cannon in the front. Some players like to push their Sunkens forward while they can and basically attack pylon and the cannons on the middle before they finish. Leebokgu playing a little bit more passively. He wants to, instead of pushing those sunkens forward and stopping this here on the middle, he wants to get more minerals spent on drones and hatcheries here back and the backside where his economy is happening. Also, he going for a very early proxy hatchery to get more minerals into the bank and to have a failsafe to fall back on, and to also later in the game have himself a Nidus option. This is basically, he's gonna try to keep this outside of Sosa's vision for the entire game and mine with some drones there as well, so that when he loses drones here, he has a couple more drones across the map mining minerals safely. The question is going to be, is Sosa going to try to scout the entire map, or is he just going to assume that the hatchery there on the side doesn't exist? So Hylas then they're finishing up. One more sunken there on the way in the back. Lair also on the way. We've got support bay finishing up there in the back for Sosa. Still on triple gateway, still producing them zealots. Hylas are finishing up. Got a Reavers there on the way in the front and a shuttle as well. So we went for triple robo, shuttle, double Reaver. Zealot speed and level 1 attack finishing up very soon as well. Gonna shuttle a couple of them zealots into Leebokgu's base. Leebokgu of course knows it's coming, so he's positioning his Hydras pretty aggressively, pretty far away from the lair, in the hopes of being able to snipe the shuttle coming in. Unloads, sees it happening. So the Zealots with a level 1 attack and speed. Level 1 attack hasn't finished yet, but with their speed, they're pretty capable of killing a pretty good number of pilots. One Zealot there kills itself walking into the hatcheries. More Zealots are arriving on the scene. They actually got quite a good amount of kills there. Hydras are forced to return back to the sunken. More Hydras are on the way, some 5 hatcheries in total. Already starts mining minerals there from the proxy base. So that one is operational. It's only 3 drones though, but it's something, it's something. So we got triple Reaver there in the front. Zealots kept Leebokgu on his toes, but didn't really achieve that much. Hatchery number 6, they're all small on the way in the back. Reaver starting the frontal push, actually doing a lot of damage with the splash on most of the Sunkens. Leebokgu didn't spread out the Sunkens. That's something I see a lot of very high-level players do. When they have these Reavers pushing from the front, they split up their Sunkens a little bit so that the Scarab damage doesn't splash on other Sunkens. Takes a longer time for the Protoss to push through. Or they start building their Sunkens to the sides around the corner, where Reavers cannot really shoot on them Sunkens. So more Zealots on the scene, ready to go for the attack, but there's a lot of Hydras behind there though. Zealots, okay, he made a mistake there. He wanted to keep them out of sunken range, not in sunken range. Leebokgu lost a Overlord somewhere. Oh, he lost the hatchery. Okay. Lost the hatchery. And hatchery is 1 supply, so he lost a little supply there. Yeah, you can see it, the Reavers can't really comfortably shoot around the corner. They walk themselves into sunken range trying to shoot around the corner. Now we've got Hydras coming in for the counterattack, but there's a lot of Reavers. It's a lot of Reavers. Can the Hydras kill the Reavers before the Hydras themselves go down? 2 more Reavers are in the backside, cannons are there as well. That's a huge shot. Most of the Hydras got taken down. So that wasn't as successful as he had hoped, but he manages to reduce the amount of Reavers around the middle to at least an acceptable amount. He killed about 4, but now there's another 6 already on the middle, ready to push forward. Got a couple drones there on the side mining minerals. They're doing a pretty good job of keeping Leebokgu somewhat rich, although he only has 34 drones in total, about 9 minutes, and he's pretty small. He's pretty damn small. He's pretty much been forced to just build Sunkens for a while now, and to build Hydralisks. He's not really allowed to grow richer or bigger at the moment. And Sosa is now getting level 1 armor, level 2 attack, getting Storm and getting a range as well. He's in a pretty strong spot here. Also getting a lot of extra gateways. He's on 71 probes already. Leebokgu is having a tough time keeping up with his playing speed. He's playing with higher APM, but he is just focused on defending and producing for the purpose of defense, not for offense. And the Sunkens around the corner, I wonder how much of a difference they will make. Or is Sosa going for a Templar drop and a Reaver drop on 2 different locations while he's attacking in the front? Not sure what his plan is. He can go with a frontal attack, or he can go with a frontal distraction attack, or he can go for a frontal distraction and a side distraction and a side real drop attack. Like a triple attack. 1, 2, 3 hits for the finishing combo. Can he do it though? Leebokgu, very, very small. Super small. Don't think I've ever seen him this small. This is like tiny as can be. The lurker aspect there on the way though. The proxy drone base is still getting drones. He's getting a pretty good amount of drones there on the proxy base. He's gonna at least keep him alive when he loses drones back at home. Goes for the frontal attack. Reavers once again having trouble shooting around the corners. They can't really go in much further. It was just a distraction though, because now comes the storm drop. Drones were running away to safety, but they're gonna run into the Reavers in the front. They're gonna run into the Reavers in the front. He turns around just in time. Storm at the backside, kills some drones on the gas, but not drones on the minerals. So he keeps mineral drones alive. But still, it was a very close call. Just a little bit further into the choke here with those drones, and the Reavers would have taken them down. So now we got Templar energy on the way there for Sosa. Just finished, getting Scarab damage as well, adding Dragoons into the mix too. Leebokgu still very small, only 6 hatcheries here in the back. He's really just living off of his proxy mineral base on the top left there. Just a lot of gateways. Slowly expanding, slowly growing bigger. Little push still happening. Hydras try to stop it, but Hydras not allowed to exist in this choke point. The Reavers just mow them all down. It's a meat grinder of the finest quality. The best minced meat you can find on the block. Shuttle drop comes in from the top side, attacks in the front. Reavers are doing work. Shuttle gets intercepted by the Hydras, keeps his drones alive. Templar there tries to storm the Hydras, but the Hydras move away. Reavers very slowly inching forward, tiny bit by tiny bit. A couple of workers do burrow there in the front. There's no observer at the moment. Does he have an observatory here back at home? Nope, he does not have an observatory. So he actually cannot push forward. Wait, he has an observatory, but where? Where is the observatory? Oh, there it is, on the top side. So you can in fact make some observers, and they will very soon be on the way. Leebokgu now on 61 drones has to rebuild sunken in the front. The Reavers are currently not allowed to walk forward. Still only on 6 hatcheries, now adding on 2 more for a total of 8. His upgrades are at the moment also 0-1, not that great. While here for Sosa, we've got 1 armor, 0 shield, 2 attack, but very soon to be 2 armor, 3 weapon, and 1 shield. That Reaver capacity upgrade also on the way. He's getting every single upgrade pretty consistently, pretty diligently. He's doing a pretty good job there. Drop goes in for the bottom side, doesn't get intercepted, goes in all the way. Drones are running away, tries to storm. It's a pretty good storm, hit a lot of them drones. It goes down from 61 to 45. That's a painful one, but this is why he's got that proxy drone base. He's still got money coming into the bank. It's not as much as it used to be, but it's still a nice amount of money. Lurkers got taken down. Workers are dead. Items are coming in from every single side, every single direction, pushing through the front door. Sunkens are doing a lot of work. And the Reavers are not getting in close enough to actually deal significant amount of damage to the Hydras, but the Hydras walk into the choke point where they throw themselves into the meat grinder and they do all get taken down. A couple of them do survive, get pulled back. The Dragoons are now pushing forward on the Sunkens with their upgrades. Reaver is also ready to go in, although, yeah, once again, they can't really shoot around the corner. So Hydra is coming back in, going for the attack once again, wants to take down those observers, but he can't. The Reavers behind the Dragoons are just too damn strong. Just too damn strong, and Leebokgu's supply count just plummeted down so much. So much. 47 drones. Wasn't allowed to make more drones. He had to keep on making Hydralisks to stay alive. Sosa is just pulling off a pretty strong and very controlled and slow frontal push while keeping up the pressure with drops every now and then as a mix-up. Hydras have to try to keep protecting the Sunkens from going down. Leebokgu is just not having a great game. He's just not having a great game. He tried to do some stuff, but Sosa has just been playing this one rather solidly. Very controlled. Now, though, a lot of Reavers that go down, but he's got six robotics there in the middle. So 6 Reavers at a time, maybe 1 shuttle every now and then to go for another shuttle drop. He's got 2 shuttles there prepared to go. More drones pulled to the front. Drones not going on to the minerals. He needs hydraulics, but he doesn't have a lot of gas. All the sunkers are being built on the bottom side, not on the top side. There's 2 on the top side, but most of them on the top side get taken down by the Reavers. Reavers, once again, still not really pushing forward. He's waiting for the shuttle drop on the bottom side to go in. He's gonna distract with the frontal attack and go into the drop. The classic approach that just always seemed to work. Distract somewhere and go in with a small precision attack from another direction. Drones pull away. Oh no, drones are not going in. Another storm, but he doesn't get storm number 2 off. There might be another Templar still inside the shell there, though. It's empty, luckily. The Reavers in the front are making work. They are making progress. They are now finally actually in the base. 70 supply against maxed out Sosa. Sosa is doing an amazing job here. This is one of the most controlled Reaver pushes I've seen in a long time. Reavers is always there outside of sunken range and killing whatever they can. Once it comes close, and the Dragoons and Zealots do the real work. Storms on the drones there though. A Templar just walked right in, took them all down, and now he's just dead and gone. Final Re is dead and gone. Played that well though. Played that well. But not well enough. Sosa just had very good pressure. And Leebokgu had something in mind but never really got off the ground. Never really worked out that well. I forgot the switch scene, so let me just switch scene so we don't spoil the game length of game number 2. Game number 2. Coming up. This time around, we're swapping races. We have Leebokgu on the Protoss. He is a real Protoss expert. And we've got Sosa on the Zerg. Should be interesting to see what Sosa can do. We saw some Protoss against Zerg. Pretty strong. Pretty impressive. But how does he handle Leebokgu's Protoss? Here on the red Protoss against the orange Zerg of Sosa. Okay. Speed of the first 2 minutes, because first 2 minutes, nothing really happens. And I don't want to just talk nonsense for the first 2 minutes. I don't want to just talk random crap. That's usually what I do over the first 2 minutes, not today. So we have Leebokgu going for Nexus Gateway Forge. A little bit different from what Sosa did last game, but I've seen it before and this is pretty strong. 1 gas there though, not 2, 1 gas. Where Sosa goes for hatchery, pool, gas. And a 4th hatchery there, right next to the pool. Leebokgu scouting only the chokes. I've seen him do this many times before. It's basically his go-to scouting pattern. And sometimes it winds up in him not finding his opponent until pretty late into the game. Let's see if he's going to scout entire bases or just going to scout choke points. Goes into the choke. Doesn't scout beyond the choke. It's going to take a long time before he finds Sosa. Sosa is going to become pretty big. He has an Overlord here. He already knows where Leebokgu is on the map. He knows there's a cannon coming up there in the front. He knows he can get in. Might even spot out the Zealots as he sees them. There's another Overlord there on this hill, so he can see Overlords or Zealots coming his way. So he can prepare himself, he can respond, he can react, he can prepare. This is just a great situation for Sosa. Bowling a hatchery there in the front, pretty late though, and only 2 Zerglings to defend it. Might have to make a couple more. He is not getting Zergling speed yet. He can't afford it. He doesn't want it just yet. He wants to spend his money on other things first. So Zealot there from Leebokgu finally arrives at the choke. Has about 4 Zealots in total on the map. We have a Cybercore and a Robo already on the way there for Leebokgu. Level 1 attacker also on the way. isn't going in yet. He can go for it, but he doesn't want to. More Zerglings are queued up at the moment for Sosa, so now he's got a pretty good amount of Zerglings to fight back against the Zealots there coming in from Leebokgu. Leebokgu getting top of the hatchery in the front, taking a lot of damage there, trying to bait out those Zerglings, but the Zerglings are not in big enough a number to actually fight back and protect the hatchery. The hatchery might go down unless Sosa manages to stop it. Don't think he will. It's a lot of Zealots, a lot of Zerglings as well. He's going to lose the hatchery. No, the hatchery finishes. But the Zerglings won't win the fight, so the hatchery is still going to go down. Stops the Sunken by attacking the drone. Don't get taken down. Got Hydras and Zerglings are on the way in the backside. The Hydras then is finished up. He's on 17 drones in total. There's a lot of Zerglings coming in from every single direction. He really wants to keep this hatchery alive there in the front. Leebokgu now, though, is outnumbered. Getting pushed back. Got more Zealots there trying to join the fight. Micro is great there, finds himself a great position to line up all of his Zealots so that the Zerglings cannot use their numbers advantage. Ooh, this is a great fight here. This is absolute peak control from both players. Looks like in the end, though, a creep colony is on the way. Zealots do have to retreat, and the hatchery stays alive. Sosa, I don't know who you are, but you are pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. This is really impressive play here. So he walks across the map, where the Zealots are retreating back home. There's one cannon there in the choke and 2 robos finished up. It looks like Sosa is being aggressive here though, because he saw how many Sunkens and cannons there were in the front with his Overlord, and he turns around because he knows that the Leebokgu probably built a lot of cannons in addition to the ones he already has. So yeah, no point throwing away the Hydras. He has secured the choke. He's got a big economy now. Well, not very big. He's on 5 hatcheries though in the back, 1 in the front. It's time to produce drones, and he can produce a lot of drones with those 5 or 6 hatcheries. Also adding on a couple more Sunkens in the front. Leebokgu, meanwhile, here back at home, almost finishing up level 1 attack. Zealot speed has finished as well. Got a Reaver drop there finished up. Reaver up, Ritzer Reaver drop. Waiting for Reaver number 2. And he's got about 5 gateways. The engine of the Leebokgu is rolling. It's roaring. It's ready to strike and go. So Templar Storm on the way. He's going to switch over from Reaver drops into Templar drops. He actually has 2 Reaver drops. Never mind, it's just 1. Just 1. I thought I saw the shuttle move elsewhere, and I thought I saw a second one, but it's just the same shuttle. It's a frontal attack. But the Overlords there can see the Zealots and the shuttles moving out, so all the Hydras move to the front, ready to strike, ready to attack, ready to kill the shuttle, but he can't go for the shuttle. The Zealots are protecting the Reaver shuttle. Reaver now going to try to push forward tiny little bit by tiny little bit. Little lair on the way there for Sosa. He's on 28 drones. A couple more Sunkens being built there. Spreading out his Hydralisks. More Reavers under construction here back at home. The Zealots are on the way as well. Building a skeleton of more gateways there on the side of his base as well. Sosa is great at control. He tries to go forward to snipe a Reaver, but he really just can't. Oh, he goes. He finds an opportunity. Gets on top of the Reavers. Leebokgu not paying attention. Sosa takes them down. Sosa, I am impressed. Oh, now because the Reavers are gone, he's feeling frisky. Goes for an attack there. Pushes back the Zealot. He knows he's got this. He knows he's got the upper hand here. And after pushing back those Zealots, he's actually crossing the map. But there's a drop coming in there from the side. He knows it's coming. He knows the one on the right is a fake one. It's empty. But the one from the left, that's the real one. There's 2 shuttles coming in. He's unloading. Drones are running away, trying to keep most of the drones alive. Storm misses the Storm. Reaver Scarab there also gets on top of nothing. Doesn't hit anything. Ooh, great save there from Sosa. I am impressed. Great save. Although he could see the shuttle coming from miles away, he still handled that situation really well. So far, Sosa has had an answer to every single little thing that Leebokgu is throwing at him. Leebokgu, who is usually so characteristically strong on Protoss, with the pressure so far hasn't really managed to make anything count. But he's been attacking non-stop and building at the same time. non-stop. So far, he has been playing really solid. It's just that Sosa has been playing superbly himself as well. But Aspire. Scourge is on the way, Mule Disc as well, and a Queen's Nest there in the back. Evo Chamber there also finished up. Level 1 attack there for the Hydras on the way. Hydras are very neatly split out to the sides and here in the middle to intercept shuttle drops. Got a shuttle drop here on the bottom side and maybe a shuttle drop here on the right side. Comes in with a frontal attack. Grievous and Zealots. Hydras are moving to the front. A couple of Hydras there stay on the side to protect from the shuttle drop. This is a pretty strong fighting force. Got the Scorch there taking down the Reaver. Reaver unloads. Shuttle drop there comes out on the bottom side. Protects against it. The multitasking from both players is really beautiful at this point. Both players are doing a really good job there. Oh wait, it jumped over across the map. Okay, I missed the fight. My camera just jumped to the bottom side. Don't know why it did that, but it did. So Sosa once again manages to fend off another attempt at his life by Leebokgu. Now has some Mutalisks. He's getting more hatcheries. He's got about 5, 6, 7 now. Lost the one in the front, but is building more Sungless in the front to fortify the front. Things are looking good. Scorches as well coming out onto the map to help him with sniping the shuttles. Should make it a little bit easier. Leebokgu, your production, your macro is great. Look at how many gateways he's got here. Shuttles are also ready to go for the attack, ready to go for the... Mutas are stopping the cannons on the sides. Army is balling up in the front. We don't have lurkers yet. Lurker aspect though is on the way. No observers either. Comes in with a drop there from the front. Can Sosa snipe the shuttle? There's a lot of shuttles to snipe, a lot of shuttles to take down. Flies around. Drones are running the other way though. He's going all the way around, but the drones are already far away from home. Starts to load, they're on the scene, but the Reavers, he just can't fight the drone. He can't find the drones. The drones are, oh, beautifully played by Sosa. I am impressed. Sosa is one of my favorite players. Just from Storms. Oh no! In the end, I jinxed it. I ruined it all. I ruined it all. The game was looking so great for Sosa. And because I had to run my mouth, Leebokgu manages to keep one shuttle alive, dances his way all around off Sosa's base, and eventually finds the drones where they can no longer escape and takes them all down. Pretty much all of the drones got taken down. But now we've got lurkers on the way, and lurkers are going to save the day because we don't have an observatory from Leebokgu. We do have an observatory. There's an observatory there on the bottom side, but there's no observers on the map. The lurkers are going to save the day and keep Leebokgu away. They finish just in time, but they're not there yet. They have to go now. Army comes in, ready to end his life. There's the lurkers. They burrow up, and the day has been saved. The shuttles, though, can still go in. There's some Hydras in between. Hydras are going to try to snipe as many as they can. Snipes one. Can't snipe number two. Drones are running away once again. Drones are here in the front. Drones are pretty safe and sound, but there's Templars in the back. Storming on the Hydras. Drones in the front. Drones are now pulling back home. Templars still alive there. Shuttles also getting taken down. There might still be a Templar in one of those shuttles, though. Army in the front can't proceed. There's one more Templar. I told you. I told you there was one more Templar in there. And yeah, 15 drones. Sosa is getting his ass handed to him. Keeping up with Leebokgu is just so difficult to do. This guy's got tricks up his sleeves, and he's got more tricks than you can think are even possible to pull off. This guy's the trickery. Oh, tries to take down the observer, but the observer stays alive. Beautifully microed with the slowest observer I've ever seen in my life. He wasn't even microing it, it was just attached to a Dragoon. So just by pure chance, the observer stays alive. But he can't push forward, though. He can't push forward because the lurkers and the Sunkens are a little bit too strong for him to fight against. Although I think he could. I think he could just go forward. Because he got pretty good upgrades. He got 002, got level 1 armor and shield there on the way. Got Bolden Rovers on the middle as well to close the gap for Reavers to crawl towards his choke. Templars are in the back, Reavers in the front. Reavers trying to snipe the observers, but observers are dancing back and forth really expertly. Does get the observers in the end there, though. One of them says, no, all of the observers go down, and Leebokgu is once again not allowed to enter the club. Sosa is door bouncing really effectively. And he's also very slowly making a comeback. He had almost no minerals when he had 14 drones left alive here at the backside. But he's been defending with a very small army and with very good control. A little bit greedy there, though, to send the Mutalisks in to kill the Templars. That might not have been the greatest choice, because now he only has one Mutalisk left alive. And the Mutalisks were proving to be so useful in taking down the observers. So once again he comes in. Once again there's no observer here though. Observers are in the backside, now moving to the front side, but they are coming in a little bit late. As a lot of the Dragoons and Zealots have already been taken down, but there's still a lot of them there though, although now he's got Scourges hunting for the observers, so he pulls back his army. Doesn't want to lose his observers again. Wants to keep them alive. Surprisingly, Leebokgu stopped storm dropping. I think Leebokgu thought he had the game in his bag. He had it in his hands. And all he had to do was go for some frontal pushes and end the game. But Sosa, with really good observer sniping, has more or less kept Leebokgu at bay. Now the question is going to be, will Sosa have enough time to go even bigger and richer and stronger, or is Leebokgu gonna just use all his leverage he's got over Sosa to his advantage? Is he gonna be able to end this? So once again comes in, got a great arc, Shuttles are coming in. Shuttles are getting spotted out by Zerglings and Overlords there. So he snipes a couple of them shuttles. 3 of them stay alive there, though. One of them is a low HP. He managed to keep them alive. It's important. Now we've got another shot at going in. While he's distracting, they're in the front. We've got the shuttles dancing against the Scourges. Sosa there with expert control, expert targeting, and expert awareness. Keeping track of the shuttles, trying to take them down with the Scourges, but not quite allowed to do so. Still only on 36 drones. He's not grown richer. He's just spending all of it on defending. He's staying alive, but while he's staying alive, Leebokgu is just grown bigger and bigger here on the middle. Only 2 cannons though, but his army is just coming across the map non-stop. And now his Reavers have free fire on all the poor lurkers and Sunkets here in the front. Sosa is now actually getting closer to death and before. So here comes the army. A lot of Reavers are in the back. Reavers are mowing down everything, but a little bit slowly. Misses the storm as well. Reaver goes down to his Sunken, and Sosa actually defends the wave pretty well. Kills a lot of units, but not everything. So the push still continues. The observers, they're still in the air. There's no detection to kill the observers. With Scorches or Hydras comes in once again, tries to go for a flank attack on the Reavers. Reavers are quite immobile, so they do take a lot of damage there. One scare takes down another 3 Hydras, but in the end, Sosa manages to fend it off. But here another mass attack, they're already coming in. Doesn't have detection, so we can't snipe those 2 observers to protect the lurkers. Quite dangerous game here. Sosa is holding on really well though. This is really impressive how well he's holding on. Shuttles are coming in. Scorches are missing. Shuttles do stay alive. 1 shuttle stays alive. Drones are running away. Is there something inside the shuttle? No. Ew, it stays. Okay. It goes down. Drones are still alive. A couple drones move to the front, of course, to make some new Sunkens. And the push there in the front, not quite progressing as well as Leebokgu would have hoped. But on the plus side, Sosa is still at about 90 supply. He's been at about 90 supply for the last 6 or 5 minutes. He's just really been enduring the pain. He's been holding on, but how much longer can this man hold on? Leebokgu is still pushing through. Comes in. Oh, the storm dodges the storm, but the Reavers though are gonna get taken down. Oh, this control is so good. The control is actually really good. Wow. I thought all the Hydras would get taken down, but no. No. So once again, he tries to push forward. Spore keeping the observers away though. observers probably don't have vision range upgrade. They can't actually get much closer, sadly for them. What about Templars though? That's about 10 Templars. He's switching away from regular Dragoons and Zealots with the Reavers, and switching over into Templar Storms with Reavers. Very strong combination. It basically can kill everything that Sosa can throw his way. Sosa now on 50 drones, he's getting richer. His production is getting a little bit healthier, but I don't think he can keep up. Like, look at the Storm on the side there, it kills a lot of units. Storm there on the top side also kills a lot of Hydras. And the Spore went down, so the observers are pretty safe in flying forward and getting vision on the lurkers. Keeps pushing forward, tiny little bit by tiny little bit. Leebokgu just playing very solidly. He's not really dropping that much, he's dropping periodically. Like a couple shuttles every 2 or so minutes coming in. Not often, periodically, consistently, but not often. All that matters is just draining Sosa's bank and production non-stop with these Reavers and Templars coming to the front, killing every single Hydralisk he's building. And pretty much all he can build is Hydralisks. He doesn't even have gas for more Hydralisks. He's got some mutas there on the scene, but now we also have Corsairs here, and the Templars, of course, also are amazing against the Mutalisks. This is just a very difficult game for Sosa, who is not able to spend enough gas because he doesn't have the gas to spend to begin with. So a couple of mutas there try in vain to kill some Reavers, but the Reavers are too damn tanky. He's gonna keep crawling forward and say, aha, I don't give a damn. Maybe they should give a damn though. Maybe they should give a damn. No, they don't have to give a damn. Just look at them, so strong, killing all the Zerglings, ignoring the Mutalisk damage. It's so small, so little, it doesn't care. Because he's got pretty good upgrades. He's got 2 armor, 2 shield, 3 weapon attack, scarab damage, scarab capacity, just crawling forward slowly but surely, and making Sosa's base smaller and smaller and smaller. He's making units continuously though, but now Leebokgu has finally definitively broken through the wall of Sunkas and Lurkers, and Sosa doesn't call GG, leaves the game, and that's a win for Leebokgu in game number 2. Score is 1-1. Really beautiful game. Really strong players, honestly. I'm honestly quite impressed with Sosa's Zerg. He had it all together so well, but that one shuttle drop that managed to stay alive for too damn long, find its way all across the base, and then storm everything to death was a beauty to behold, a beautiful sight to witness. Leebokgu has amazing control and multitasking when he's playing these Protoss against Zerg games, and Sosa himself, so impressive. That's it for today. I've been casting for a little bit over an hour and a half now, because the previous games just, you know, they didn't qualify for being a video, so I didn't continue on with those. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna continue this soon. There's more games here, because this is the best of set, and we've only had 2 games, and it's 1-1, an even score, which means we're gonna see more games between these 2 masterful, expert, fastest 1v1 players in the very next video. I hope you're gonna tune in when I return with more Sosa against Leebokgu. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.